Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a pile for yes or no. Pick a pile between 1 through 3. The timestamps will be in the description below. You can pick more than one if you'd like to add a little bit more nuance, but trust that the first one is the correct yes or no. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Ron, Queen of Cups, for those of you who have not met me yet. We're going to go ahead and get started with the readings, and I'll see you there. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your yes or no reading. We're going to start with a coin. We have a coin that has yes on the front, the beautiful lotus, and a no on the back with the phoenix, representing that even if one road is blocked, trust that there will be a better one for you later. And yes, saying that you can tend to this garden and create life from it. So let's see what we have, and let's see what, let's go for it. Okay, yeah. We have a no. Let's see why we got a no. We have the 3 of Swords. This is heartbreak and pain. The 4 of Swords. This has to do with rest, retreat, and the renewal, and the 2 of Wands. Now, here is why. The 3 of Swords tells me that there would be unnecessary pain for you to experience if you decided to go this route. Know that you will, in time, come up with a better solution for this rather than what you have planned at the moment. So keep going along the path, but trust that there will be a very important decision that you will have to make that will be much better, much more planned out, and will not have to cause you so much heartache, sadness, loneliness. There is something here about maybe you've been wondering if you're worthy. Maybe you've been wondering if you're even capable of creating something more out of this life. Because the 3 of Swords tells me that maybe you haven't had the kind of support that you needed. And maybe even being told no here is like, what do you mean? What do you mean no? Right? Because the 4 of Swords tells us that you have had this on your mind for a while now. This has to do with meditation, taking time to really rest what has been weighing your heart down or scattering your brain all over the place. Trust that there will be a better idea along the way. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now, and we'll also roll the astro dice to see what star energy we have incoming, what you can work with to put you on this better path. Now, it's pretty much guaranteed that there is a better path, in my opinion, because of the 2. Because of you might not want it. That's such a strange message. You might not want it, but it's very important that you take it. The 2 of Wands tells us that making a decision that we feel very gravitated towards. And the reason I say you might not want it is it'll be scary, or it might trigger something within you, or it may cause you to have to do more work than you wanted, or it take longer, something like that. But it's this path that you feel inside would probably not only be safer, but also lead you to better options in the future that they're telling you to take, even if it doesn't feel right. Some of you are like, I don't want to do that because so and so told me to do it. There's like a stubbornness energy, which I love. Like, I'm the same. If someone tells me to do something, I'm the last person to do it. I'm a very independent person, and a little bit of time will pass and I'll be like, all right, fine. But it's this very similar energy. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have Pleiades. So we are working with some very woo-woo cards, and I will translate, don't worry if you're not into the woo. And it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. We also have Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms, as well as longing for home, belonging the original light workers with Min Taken. Okay, now I'll translate. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and it has to do with connecting to not only higher realms, and for example, higher realms would be like the spirit realm, things that don't have to do with the flesh, things that aren't so heavy, right? Being in a body is very heavy. And so just know that your energy alone is very uplifting. I can tell that you want to be more, do more. You feel, know that there is something much greater to your purpose than what you're up to now. And it's very much possible that being told no is like what do you mean no? I've been working my whole life towards this. Or what do you mean no? If it's not that, then what? Trust that you will find it along the way. Longing for home, it's almost like we're longing for who we used to be. And maybe you don't know who that is. And also, I don't know, I'm getting this. Maybe your whole life, even when you were already home, maybe you used to say to yourself, and I did this too, where I would go, I just want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. And home meaning, a place of peace, security, a place where you can be calm and at ease. And you can find that and you can have that. But it's very important that you don't just take anything that seems like the right idea. The reason I say seems is because I am getting an energy of illusion or even delusion, like someone's trying to sell you something. If something's too good to be true, it almost always is, okay? It almost always is, except for when it comes to like deep, deep love from another. When someone, always take people's word for what they say when they say they love you, but look at their actions as well. Are their actions loving, right? So there is something about, being sold something. And the reason I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm just getting that. So divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms, whether or not you believe in connecting to the other side, know that you can. You don't have to do it alone. I personally work with spirits and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty rad. If you're not into it, don't worry about it. But for those of you that want to connect, know that they really miss you. Know that they have been waiting for you to connect to them. And a lot of you have had a lot of ghostly experiences, especially with your passed on loved ones around the time that they passed away, right? Like maybe during the funeral or like a week after, something like that, you saw something. Just know that you remind them of home and they may be sticking around you to help guide you, to help uplift you, all right? So that's what Spirit wants you to know. And let's see what star energy we're working with. We have Pluto, death and transformation. We have the 9th house, which has to do with spirituality, philosophy, and seeking expansion, as well as Cancer energy, connecting to your emotions and your heart. So know that major change is going to happen as you seek within yourself your greater purpose. Know that travel is on the horizon for you, okay? The 2 of Wands can also mean a decision to go in a new direction that you've never been before. And it'll be very exciting, but it will be scary and you will not be the same afterwards. And it's almost like if you had taken this other route, if you had done this other thing that you have been told no for, you would be in the same place. You would be stuck there for a very long time. And they want you to know that you're meant to explore, you're meant to expand. And through that, you change not only who you are to your, to what people see you as. And I do kind of get this energy of you having a completely different vibe in the next 1 to 2 years. I don't know why. It's reminding me, I don't know if you're a VTuber. I know a lot of you are, but it is reminding me of like, yeah, here's my new life. Anyways, if that's not the case, just know that you're going to have a very different energy in the next 1 to 2 years. And I know that's a little bit longer than what most people would like to hear, but I feel it, I see it, and I know it's meant for you. Alrighty. Let me know if that resonated. I wish you the best with everything that you are endeavoring. If you would like a private reading, you can order one below on my Ko-fi. It's only $35. And remember that you are never alone and you are loved. Also, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do to support me if you'd like. You don't have to, but it means a lot. It means the world to me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, pile 3. We are going to be using this coin to discern the yes or no, and then we'll see why. Pull for what Spirit wants you to know, as well as some star energy that you're working with. So let's go ahead and see what the coin has to say. And we got a yes. Yay! Yippee! Okay, so let's see why we got a yes. We have the Magician card because you created it, because you did it. We also have the 6 of Cups in reverse because you didn't go back to who people told you were supposed to be, because you didn't let your past define you. You didn't you didn't. Oh, this is such an interesting thing. Some of you were told that you're going to be this, you have to be that, or you're a disappointment, or you always do this, you're this kind of person, I know you better than you know yourself, and you're going to do that. There's this energy of spite fueling you, but I really like it. Know that it's all right to turn any energy into something positive, including spite, okay? Have you ever heard of healthy competition? Well, I believe in healthy pettiness, right? We're not all light, we're not all dark. We have a very interesting mix between all of us. And I feel that you in particular understand the air of competition is something that fuels you, especially when it comes to proving people wrong, okay? So there is something about your energy that is very magnetic, that you understand that you are capable of wielding the energies you have around you, including your own, to make a reality that you prefer. The magician is a master manifester. The magician can create a reality that suits them from nothing. And it's also a reminder that you have all the tools that you need around you. So you have enough money, you have enough time, you have enough resources, friends to help you, guidance to get from online, all of that energy to harness and create this new reality. Know that it's going to be exciting. Know that it'll take some time, right? We do have, the Fool can sometimes mean it'll take up to a year because this is the beginning of a cycle. But it'll be so enlightening. It'll be transformative. The reason why I love the Fool is it tells us that not only are we doing something very brave, but we're doing something very exciting. The Fool understands that there will be trials and tribulations. There will be things that are hard along the way, but they can get themselves out of it. If we're in the mud, well, good thing we know not to struggle because then we'll sink faster, you know? Stuff like that. And it's getting yourself out of bad situations because you trust yourself to do so. It's like, all right, it's late at night and I really want to get up some fresh air, but I know not to go down that alley because that alley is where I'll get mugged, right? But we're still doing something brave by, going outside, and, even that can be dangerous. He's out in the elements with nothing but a sack and his little dog. He's hanging off of a cliff. It's scary, but it's rewarding. And so just know that you will trip, but you will also be triumphant. I love that. Oh my God, I want that on like a mug or something. I know I will trip, but I will also be triumphant. All right, let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. And I definitely dropped a few, but we're going to trust that these are the ones that we need. And then I'll also pull for the star energy. What are we working with right now from the cosmos? Okay, all right, what do we got? Also, what are you working on? Let me know. I'd love to know. We've got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. Remember when I said you have the right friends and people? I almost never say that. I'm the kind of person that wants to do everything on my own. I don't really like asking for help. But for you in particular, I am getting that there's help around you if you need it. And it could be YouTube videos, or it could be simply, I have a friend who's in this business and I want to ask them advice. Or I have a friend who has connections and I want them to introduce me to people, or, anything like that. There's something about a friend coming in clutch. And I feel that from the Great Gathering. There's also an energy of finding new people that are your soul tribe. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's really sweet. Almost like wherever you grew up, you knew that you weren't meant to stay there for very long. We also have empathetic starseed, and I will translate. Don't worry, I know. It's okay. I speak woo. It says energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. You may be picking up on other people's. But yeah, that's what I was seeing earlier. You're transforming it. That's so funny. It's like, wow, okay, so you told me that I can't sing. Watch me. Oh, so you say that I saw this really funny meme. He was like, Dad, I want to be I want to sell jewelry to old people on infomercials between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m. And he goes, son, you don't have the cuticles for that. I do have the cuticles, Dad. And he goes up and like a few years later, he's on the infomercial and the dad goes, that's my son. You know, that's the energy I'm getting where you're told you can't do something and then you do it. And then your family and your friends are very, very proud of you. And it feels very good. It feels very triumphant. And just know that once you do this, they won't treat you the same. There's a respect being earned. And I know it's not fair that you have to earn that kind of respect. You should just be supported. If you want that from them, know that you can and will have it. But if you don't, you know, it's fine. It's okay. Now, we also have learning how to be human in the world, but not of it with Earth. You may have been, yeah, that's the same energy of I knew I wasn't supposed to be here long. It's like being around people who just started something. You're looking around and you think, you know, half of you won't be with me by the time I reach the finish line. It's like what was that saying? Only like 30% of people graduate. People who start freshman year, only 30% graduate to the end. It's that kind of energy. Just know, not all of them are going to come with you. And they're not meant to. Because you're going to find a community that is much more aligned with who you'd like to be. And they will support you. And they won't have that air of like pettiness and competition. And while I know that you can be fueled by that, there's something better coming in. And it's sheer belief. And, you know, I'm rooting for you kind of energy. I like it a lot. Okay, let's see what star energy we're working with. We've got Pluto, transformation. Remember I said you're going to be very different? We also have the first house. This has to do with your identity and Libra as well. And a Libra is about balance. It's about harmony. It can also mean that we're trying to be very just and fair, getting what we deserve, knowing that we are meant for so much more, and that requires a personality change. I don't know why. You may be thinking a lot about how you present yourself, either online or with your clothing or the way that you speak. Maybe you've been trying to use bigger words. I don't know. I'm getting that. That's confirmation for somebody. But you are changing. Your efforts are not in vain. You are genuinely having a glow up right now, and it's leading you to a very exciting time in your life where you prove a lot of people wrong. Okay, that's what I have. I hope that you enjoyed that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if it resonated. And remember always that you are never alone and you are loved more than you could ever fathom. Alrighty, thank you. Bye-bye. Hello there, pile 3. Today we're going to be using this coin to get your yes or no answer. We're also going to get a message from Spirit, why you got yes or no, and the star energy that we're working with. Thank you very much for choosing me as your reader. I hope that it resonates. And let's go ahead and flip the coin. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Okay, I've done this twice now. Hopefully it's better than the last times because I definitely dropped them the last. Okay. Hold on, that was awful. Yes! Yay! We got a yes. That's good to see. Why did we get a yes? We have the Strength card in reverse. We also have the Nine of Wands upright and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So the Strength card has to do with being a little bit of scaredy cat, if I'm honest. So the Strength card in the upright position is about being fearless. It's about looking towards the darkness and understanding that there's so much to uncover, and you're capable of having that understanding and finding strength and courage within it. Okay, it's also an energy of knowing that you deserve better. So know that even if it is in the this position, the reverse. That doesn't mean it's not the strength card. I always tell people this, especially for the very first card, which represents the querent in my spreads. It means that we have untapped potential. So just know in this very moment, you might be feeling afraid. You might be feeling scared, but you will in the future and in time turn that around. And I see that. And the reason why I'm saying interesting is because you have the Nine of Wands, which is not giving up. It's persistence, it's perseverance, fighting the good fight. It's also a very good sign that the journey that you're going on will be a battle, but it's a battle that you will win. And confirming that is your outcome being the Ace of Pentacles, which anytime we get an ace, especially upright, in a yes or no question, it's an automatic yes, and it's in your outcome position. So why did you get a yes? It's because even though that you're afraid, you are journeying at a pace that suits you, and you will find along the way that it wasn't as scary as it seemed, and you're going to grow as an individual and create opportunities for yourself. Instead of waiting for them to find you, you're going to be the one that goes out and finds it yourself, and through that yields fruits and opportunity. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is a very auspicious card. It means getting money, it means getting gifts, it means getting opportunities, new jobs, even new business connections, right? So whatever it is that you're asking about, just know that it's going to have a very beautiful yield. Now, if you're asking about love, like, is this person my person? The Ace of Pentacles is an energy of, it's safe to invest in this. This is a seed worth growing, worth planting and tending to. And know that if you're feeling a little bit worried right now, along the way, you're going to stumble upon an opportunity that you can't say no to. All right? You're going to say yes. Okay, next we're going to get a message from Spirit. Now this deck is quite woo-woo, but don't worry. I speak the woo and I will translate into English for you. Let's see what we have. What does Spirit want you to know? And when I say Spirit, it can be your higher self, your angels, your ancestors, or it can just be a message from the universe, whatever suits you best. Okay, we have the Cosmic Heart Devotion Potency. Make your life a moving prayer. Know that as you move with the purpose that you set out for yourself. So let's say I want to be a healer. That's what I want to do. Or I want to make people laugh. I want to make people smile. It can be that simple. As you move with that every day and you take action towards it, it's going to light up your life and reveal a lot of opportunities, and that came in with the Ace of Pentacles here. It also says what lights you up. If you're looking for a direction, if you're looking for somewhere to go, figure out what makes you happy. And I'm not talking about like video games, or maybe it is video games, maybe you want to make video games, or maybe if you're asking, I don't know why, there's somebody who's asking about a relationship. Sorry if that's not you. Do they make you happy? Use the Marie Kondo question. Hold their energy to your heart. If it sparks joy, see what happens. If it doesn't, then you know what to do next. Marie Kondo, look it up. Then you have to let it go. But know that no matter what you choose, even if you're afraid, you will push on. And you will find new opportunities. We also have perspective. This is my favorite card. It says none of this matters. Zoom out and common ground. So if you're feeling afraid, oh my gosh, that's going to be a waste of money or a waste of time, or did I make the wrong choice? Stuff like that. Understand things are only as serious as you make them out to be. Only as serious as a perspective that you choose makes it. Okay, now let's see what we got for star energy. We have, Scorpio, very intense. You may be feeling emotional, very drawn to things emotionally. Very sensitive to emotion right now as well. Now I was getting like fear and also a little bit of burnouts. I don't know if you've been experiencing a little bit of burnout as well, but we do the second house. It could have to do with money. If you're asking about career, know that the second house has to do with the material assets, finances, earnings, stuff like that. So this is a sign that through devotion, literally Scorpio is about emotional intensity. What makes you, what's your reason to get up in the morning? You know, that's the question that Scorpio in the second house would ask you. Know that you'll find great purpose in it because we have Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune, expansion, philosophy, higher knowing, right? This is about finding your purpose in your life, and it'll happen along the way. You know, you don't have to figure out why you're here on Earth right in this moment. You can figure it out in time, and know that you will. And though I actually do think a lot of you will have a moment, and I don't know why, some of you may really love space. And is there like, why am I getting like solar flares and stuff like that? Like somebody looking through a telescope or looking up at the sky. Somebody's making plans to like go out to the country, and it changes something inside you. Okay, that is what I have. I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know if that resonated. Remember, like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to support me for free. If you'd like a private reading, you're welcome to check that out in the description below on my Ko-fi. And remember that you are never alone and you are loved. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.